Honesty in a nutshell is a single word for telling the truth. When you're a kid, one of the very many rules of childhood is to always tell the truth no matter what they say. This, as a matter of fact, is actually a lie itself. Now, don't get me wrong. Honesty is awesome. That's always what you should do. But I think that we can all agree that it's not always the best option. There are plenty of times when honesty is the absolute opposite of what you should do. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone here to lie. Not at all. Lying is horrible, especially in the household. And let's be honest here. If you lie to your parents and whatever you did is big, then of course they're going to figure out that it was you. They know you. They can tell when you're lying. Even if you won an Oscar for Best Actor in the history of the best actors, they'll use whatever parents' superpowers they got from the heavens above and just somehow figure out that you're the culprit. The same goes for anyone that you might be dating or be friends with. Now, what makes honesty not as great as everyone claims it to be is the fact that honesty itself is sometimes even worse than lying. If you tell the truth of what you did to your parents, they're, gonna punish you, give you some extra chores. But the thing that makes honesty not all that it's cracked up to be when you're 5 years old, that is feelings. If someone were to be super excited about something like sports and they invited you to a football game somewhere, only you don't like sports. But here you've got someone who spent all this time planning and is just super hyped to go with you. Now, you'd probably rather stay home and do whatever you do at home, but what are you going to do? Are you going to be honest and say, I don't want to go? Well, no, of course not, because you're afraid that would hurt because you're afraid that would hurt their feelings, and then you would spend the next few weeks feeling guilty for being honest or something. Now, this one I haven't had happen to me, but there are plenty of stories of people who just absolutely hate their job. Or maybe they do like their job, it's just that their boss is an absolute jerk, or the customers somehow have an IQ of 1. But everyone knows that if you speak out about the customers being the most ridiculous people you ever met towards their face, or tell your boss what you really think of him, that being he's just such an idiot, it's either demotion, a punishment, or you're fired. Finally, we've got that one stereotype that parents always say, if you tell the truth, I won't get mad. Now, my parents have never done this to me. Not at all. But I have had plenty of first-grade friends who have. When you're a kid, you pretty much think that your parents are absolute perfect beings, which mine are. But we all know that even after telling the truth in that situation, you're going to get yelled at anyway. Now, before this video ends, I just want to say that once again, I am not encouraging anyone here to just flat out lie. Because even though honesty is really hard to do sometimes, it really is the best path for you to take for you and everyone else. Maybe you could tell whoever invited you to the football game that you're not the biggest fan of sports and tell them to invite someone else, but you're super bummed that you can't go. Or maybe if one of your friends is calling you to get some lunch or something, but you've had a really busy day and you're just not up to it, you can tell them that you're really not feeling it and then you could definitely go some other time. Honesty is hard, sometimes even harder than lying. But if you really embrace it, maybe you could encourage others to do so as well. So just try to put some more honesty in your life. Because even though lying is definitely easier most of the time, it has far more rewards. Honesty has far more rewards, not lying. Lying is for losers. Okay, that's it. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.